So good evening, everyone, and welcome to the show Ask Me How. So this is a platform, online platform where you ask your doubts, your questions, your queries regarding Vedic mathematics. Now, I am generally receiving many queries of parents, teachers, and intellectuals with through phone, through SMS messages, as well as through Quora, the platform where we generally receive questions. And so let me take the questions which generally I am receiving. Now, the very first thing, which is a doubt or which is a question of everyone, because till now people are not aware is Vedic mathematics. How is it different from our conventional mathematics or the mathematics we are using in our schools? And how would it benefit to them? So I'll take each question one by one. Very first thing, what is Vedic mathematics? Now, Vedic maths is nothing but what makes our mathematics simple, easy, and faster. So it makes our mathematics simple, easy, and faster. But what is Vedic maths? Vedic maths, it is a collection of techniques, or what you call as, in maths, we call it as formulas. And here in Vedic maths, the same word formulas, it is called as sutras. So Vedic maths is a collection of techniques, formulas, or sutras, which makes our mathematical calculations easy, simple, and faster. In one word, if you talk about Vedic maths, makes your mathematics magical. So how many formulas do we have, or how many sutras do we have in Vedic maths, and what all we can do with the help of Vedic maths? This is a question which generally teachers ask. So there are 16 formulas. If we talk about, there are 16. Okay. Yes, Nino. Yes, am I audible? Ninu Gupta and so welcome to the show Ask Me How, the platform where you can ask your doubts, your questions, your queries regarding Vedic mathematics. And I would request everyone, please, if you can, then you should switch on your videos so that we can interact in a better way. Yes, Upasna. So I just started with what is Vedic mathematics. Vedic maths is what makes our mathematics easy, simple, and faster. And when we define it, we can say it is a collection of techniques. Now, what is technique? Techniques are the concepts, the ways by which we find the solutions. Also called as formulas in mathematics. And in terms of Vedic maths, we call them as sutras. So Vedic mathematics is a collection of techniques or formulas or sutras which makes our mathematical calculations easy, simple, and faster. If you have to define in one single word, Vedic maths makes our mathematics magical. Yes, Ninu Gupta, do you have any query in between you can ask? Am I audible to you? Ninu Gupta. Am I audible to you, ma'am? Your audio is
Yes,
switched off.
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yes, Upasna, you're not able to hear me? Upasna, you're writing that I'm not audible. Please check with your audio. Okay. So this is the first thing. What is Vedic mathematics? Now, generally, when parents approach or when the teachers, the very important question which they have in their mind is what should be the age? What should be the minimum and the maximum age where we can start with Vedic mathematics, right? So the minimum age, we take it as 8 years or generally class third. Now, why is it so? Because we expect that when we start with Vedic maths, when we start with the mental calculations, the child should know basic addition, or you can say at least single digit addition. And the second thing they should know is tables up till 8. So this is the minimum condition, and that is the reason we expect that when a child attains the age of 8 years or class third, then we can implement this subject in their curriculum. And that is what Government of India is also applying. Right from class third onwards, they are implementing this in different schools, and slowly and steadily it would be in every school. Yes, Sanjay. Sanjay, you are from Bindu. Bindu, am I audible to you? Yes, Upasna. Upasna, there is a issue with your other people are able to hear me. Pass. Okay. Sorry, this message was for Upasna. It has gone to Bindu. Now, this was the first. Are you clear about the age? The age from where we should start with it? So it is 8 years or class third onwards. Now, the second question, what is the maximum age? So maximum is no limit. I have students even 72 years who are learning Vedic mathematics from me. Right. So there is no upper limit for learning or for getting knowledge of any subject. Right. Coming to another important point, how will this help our students? How will this benefit? So how will Vedic mathematics help the students? Yes, Neenu, do you have any other question in between? You can ask Bindu, Sanjay, Upasna, Rahul, Kamal. Yes, if you have any other questions, you can ask in between also. So now, how does it benefits our child? The very first thing, if we understand, mathematics has always been presented in a way that it looks like a fear, a havoc, a stress. And this has been induced in the minds of children. So that is the reason why our students, our kids, they have fear of mathematics. Now, rather we teachers should have narrated this subject as the most simplest one. See, it all depends how we feed them. Children are fresh minds. So we as a teacher should have narrated this subject as the most easiest one because it is the only subject where you have one particular answer. See, even if two people are solving the same question, they'll have the same answer, which is not in the case of other subjects, any history, any English, any language, any social science, definitely everybody has got their own views. But maths is such a thing where you always have the same answer. Now, if the answer is also same, why is the result different? Why so many kids, so many children are not successful in mathematics? Why do they have fear? If I just go by a survey, every class, every section, it nearly has 40 students. Now, out of those 40, Bindu, everyone has joined at 9 only. So if you have any question, you can ask, no issues. So out of 40 students, 30 are going for after school tuition to the same teacher or some other, correct? Now the irony is, after studying, after doing mathematics practice for 2 times, one in the class, one in the tuition work, still 10 are still failing in this subject. So that means approximately 25% of the students are failing in mathematics. Why? So there could be 2 possibilities. One is maths is very tough and we should not promote this subject. We should remove it. Or the second is the teacher is not teaching. But I don't agree with both these. See, maths cannot be avoided. Can it be? Right from the morning to the late night, everything, whatever you do, maths is always involved. You wake up in the morning with the alarm clock. What is clock? Mathematics. You check your diary, calendar, assign some time to your clients. What is that? Mathematics. As a mother, as a sister, you go to the kitchen, start cooking. Now, when you cook food, if you always keep time in mind. You cannot boil anything for longer time. There is always a specific, so you take care of the timing. Again, mathematics involved. You go for a shopping, ask for discounts, ask for, what is that? Again, mathematics. You go for a gym, burn your calories. What is that? Again, mathematics. If you observe the nature, the trees, the leaf, everything has patterns. The jellyfish, starfish, leaves, everything, it is made up of patterns. So mathematics is there everywhere, wherever you find. The only thing is we need to recognize that. You're moving, you're traveling, you're making use of maps. What is that made up of? Again, mathematics. Your fuel efficiency or your RPM or your traveling speed or the kilometers, what does that involve? Same mathematics. And the currency, last but not the least, the money transactions, without which you cannot survive in your life. Everything we have mathematics involved. So there is no possibility now that we can avoid mathematics. So when we cannot avoid something, what is the best part? Accept it with a smile. And how is it possible? When we start enjoying the subject, when we start finding joy in that. And this subject, this Vedic mathematics, helps the children in that. A very simple example. When you do something good and somebody pushes you up, yes, you have done it good, you feel positive. Same is if you are able to verify your answers, whatever you are attempting in your question paper, and you know this is correct. Now, this is a major problem. Let's talk about very beginning, the base, class 1, 2, 3. We have simple addition, subtraction, multiplication. But still, so many children are doing it wrong. Why? Because they don't know how to check it, how to verify their answers. If they knew that concept, if they knew that trick, they would have felt confident that, yes, whatever I have attempted, that is 100% correct. And that small concept is called as digit sum or digital root or Navashesh or Bijang. In the last episode, last Tuesday, we discussed this in depth, and 1 hour we devoted to this particular concept where we found how to use. So if you want to have those details, you can check with the 72nd episode. This is today's 73rd. So that is available on YouTube. If anyone of you want that, you can share me your WhatsApp number. I'll share you the video. Now, with a small concept that hardly takes 2 to 5 seconds, you can verify your answers. So just think of it. When you know whatever you are doing is correct, how positive you feel, how joyous you will feel. And you'll try to do the same thing again and again. And this is what happens. We always say, we as a parent, we as a teacher, we say students are not able to concentrate. Yes, I do agree they are not able to concentrate, but where is the loop? We cannot say they are not good at, their minds are not sharp, or we cannot say like that. Why? Because if it was correct, then how they would remember 40 movies frame by frame? Just compare, just think about your kids. Is it not happening the same? They know each and every frame by frame of 40 movies. They know 60 songs, word to word. But when you talk about the class or education, समझ नहीं आया. Why? Because they lack in the interest in that. So when you don't have the interest, how will you enjoy? How will you learn? That is the difference. Why students enjoy more in the games and less in the education. So what focus we need to have is make the education more interesting, and specifically maths. It is the base of their knowledge. It is the base of their understanding, and it is the base of their building to a. So this, when you feel positive, when you feel joyous, you repeat it. And that is one aspect of Vedic maths. Second is you are able to solve mathematical calculations mentally. So just think, what was difficult for you till now? Now you are able to do it mentally, or in very few steps, but in a very speedy way, very fast. So again, you will feel better. I can cite you some examples if you are there. Yes, any questions up till now? Ninu Gupta, Sanjay, Bindu, Upasna, Kamal. Yes, Upasna, now it is audible or not? Upasna, am I audible now? Sanjay, Bindu. Yes, so do you have any question, Upasna? So Upasana, if you want to learn something, you have to come up with your queries. You have to come up with your doubts, because the doubts you'll be having, some other person may not be having. Yes, same with you, Bindu, Sanjay, Nino, Kamal. I think all are busy today. No issues. So I'll continue with my online students. Okay. So one more important question, which is, will it reduce burden? Will Vedic maths reduces burden? Yes, it reduces burden. So what is the burden in mathematics? It is cramming of tables. If you understand this thing, all the teachers, science, social science, language, they will always suggest you one thing: understand the concept, learn it, and remember. The moment mathematics class starts, and particularly when the tables start, then the teachers suggest you to cram it, because they don't find any alternative way to remember the tables or learn the tables. Because today, and all of you, if you remember your time when you were kids, you might have been thrashed at that time for the tables. One day you were asked a table of 14, and the moment you used to revise that, the teacher would have asked 19, 23, anything. So, yes, Anjali Goel, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
You are from?
Garonda Karnal.
Okay. So now, okay, if you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, I'm explaining. So what is the burden? The burden is the tables. Now, students find this as the most difficult thing. And the first fear of math starts from the tables itself. And that fear goes on, and till that is removed, you are in 10th standard, and then it becomes like inevitable. So with Vedic maths, you don't need to cram tables. If you have the knowledge, or if you remember tables up till 8, that is sufficient. You can write any 2-digit, 3-digit, 4-digit, 5-digit table within seconds. Just you should remember table up till 8. Clear? So that is why we say it removes burden. Now, one more question generally is asked, because still the subject is not implemented in all the schools. So mothers and the teachers also, they have this question in their mind: will the students get confused with maths? Because what you are teaching, or what this subject is, it is somewhat different from mathematics. And in the school, they'll be getting marks on the basis of steps, correct? Yes, this is a query which you also think.
Yes, sir.
So how do you define it? What is the solution? See, one thing, make it very clear. Till now, it is not implemented, that everybody of us knows, but it is in the queue. As per national education policy, it has to be implemented. So once it is implemented in a class or in a school, at that moment, this problem would be automatically sorted. Because if there are two teachers, one of maths and one of Vedic maths, so they will not say, do by my method, and the other will not say do by my method. So that problem would be sorted out. But yes, till then what? So see, if we take Vedic maths as a method for checking our answers, then it would be very fruitful. Why? Because whatever we'll be doing and mentally we are checking with Vedic maths. So ultimately the aim of education is knowledge as well as marks. So knowledge also you are getting with Vedic maths, and marks, because if you are doing it correct, or if you are able to find the answers correctly, then marks also you'll be getting. So both the things are solved. Second, other aspect is, see, if you have children of class 10th above, so generally what is happening these days? We are not sending them to school in class 11th and 12th. Rather, we are sending them to competitive academies in Kota or any other places. So why do we do that then? Because school education is important, but at the same time, they have to cross more barriers, more competitions. So that comes with the knowledge of, for maths particularly, Vedic maths is required, because all your competitive academies, they also train you on these concepts of Vedic maths only. There is nothing other than Vedic maths. If you say mental mathematics or tricks, they all are the concepts of Vedic maths only. Right. So that can be, if we take it this way, that yes, our students will gain knowledge and it would be for their betterment, then your query would be resolved and the students will also be doing in a better way. So any of you is a teacher from any school? Or all our parents?
Sir, I am Anjali Goyal, computer teacher.
Computer teacher. Okay.
Yes,
so do you have interest in maths, or what made you join this?
sir, I have interest because I have a 6-year-old daughter and she have some problems in math. I don't know how I learn the math tables.
Okay.
I'm just cramming, learn 2 tables, 2
Okay.
into 4.
See, today is 73rd episode. You share your WhatsApp number. 71st episode, I taught totally tables here itself.
Okay.
See, that is what I'm asking. You need to ask your questions. I don't know what is in your mind. Right, Neenu, that is what I'm asking you also, Sanjay, and everyone. Correct. Now, coming to the point, she is in class 2nd or 3rd.
Because she is in our first class.
So let her enjoy.
Yes.
Wait for
Okay.
another 1 year. Wait for another 1 year. See, ideally, you were not there when we started. Ideally, we should start Vedic maths at the age of 8. Reason behind, by that time, a student is having a knowledge or understands addition, single digit addition at least, and second, tables up till 8. But what we can give them? The only one thing we can give them. What is that? Confidence. Now, how will they get confidence? They'll get confidence if they know whatever they are doing, that is correct. Now, the problem is, if you are teaching or if you are seeing their questions, if you just give them an addition question, 38 plus 46, and she's doing something wrong, what happens? You say, check it, try again. Now, are we giving any other way to check? Are we giving them any other way to solve? No. Just think of it. If we commit some mistake in anything, are we able to get our errors? See, no one can find their own errors. It's very difficult thing because that
Yes.
is overlooked. So there is a concept called digit sum or digital root. So for class 1, class 2, I advise only, you can see in the video also, it is a 2-minute concept to learn first, and then within seconds you can apply. But that 2-minute concept is sufficient for the children of class 1 and 2 to verify their answers. Once they get the habit of verifying their answers and getting everything correct, then see how confidence will increase. See, what is Vedic maths? How does it help? Vedic maths is a journey of transformation from fear of mathematics to confidence. This is the first thing, first achievement you get. And the second one is you attain a feeling of I can. Now just think over it. If you think that, yes, I can do this, can anyone stop you from that? And on the other hand, if you think I cannot do this, generally like females have a problem that, oh, I cannot drive. Now, until and unless they self-realize that I can do it, nobody can make them drive. But the day they realize, yes, I can do it, then they are good. So the thing is, this subject gives you that feeling, yes, to achievement of that feeling, yes, I can. And the third important thing is ability to think. Now, why do I say ability to think? One is this verifications, correct. Second thing, everything, whatever you do in mathematics, till now we had one approach. If it is addition, we used to add in one manner. If it is subtraction, we used to subtract in one manner. If it is multiplication, there was one way to solve. But here in Vedic maths, you have number of ways. Now, what does that mean? See, that means flexibility. Just think, you have to go from one city to another and you have only one way to go, bus. Now, if you are not getting bus, then what? And if you have options of car, taxis, bus, cycle, motorcycle, auto, so how comfortable you will feel? Yes, I have so many options. Same is with mathematics. The same question can be attempted in so many ways that you start feeling, yes, it is possible. And you have developed that feeling or that ability to think. It is also called as critical thinking. Correct? Am I clear now? Any question on this? If you have any doubts, you can still ask. Yes, Neenu Gupta, any questions now? Sanjay?
No question from my side.
Okay, so what do you do, Neenu Gupta?
I'm a teacher in a
Which
school.
subject, ma'am?
EVS.
Great. Okay. Yes, Bindu? Upasna? Upasna, you were very excited to join. Now you are not asking any questions. You're from Hailakandi, na? Assam.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so you might be having some questions. You can ask. Now I am also audible to you and you are also audible to me. So see, yes, now another question which you might have seen. Can this be implemented in schools? Yes, it can be and it has been. So number of schools have already implemented this and still some are on the same track. Okay. Now, one commercial aspect of this you might have, because as a teacher, you might be thinking, can I become a trainer? So I would say it is a skill, no qualifications required. Yes, you heard it correct. No qualifications, pre-qualifications required, but it is a skill. You need only two things. One is content and one is delivery. Now, what does that mean? Content means until unless you have content to give it to your students, this will not work. Because it's not that you'll get some graduation degree from any college or any university and then you get a job permanent. No. Yes, upcoming opportunities are very big. Just think, how many schools do you have in your area itself? Every city has minimum 500 schools. Every big city has. If you consider a district, it's around 1,000 schools. So at least 1,000 job openings are coming very shortly. But a competition is there. Because this subject, it started with online. And in online, you get more clientage, but at the same time, you get more competition, a global competition. Because people compare you. Correct. So content and delivery are very important things. I generally have a 2 days workshop every Saturday and Sunday, where I teach you some concepts of Vedic maths and how to launch your classes. And I promise, I challenge everyone, after that 3 hours or 2 hours of session, you will not touch calculators. For particular types of calculations, you will not require calculators also. And not small calculation, big calculations, 576 into 121, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 11, and tables and squares and cubes and so on. So you have to, everyone can become a trainer. Only requirement is content and delivery. So delivery, you are all, if you are already teacher, you can do it, right? So any further questions you have now, I open it for you. You can ask me any particular question you have. From my side, I have given you a briefing about Vedic mathematics with the second for the kids. If you, as a parents, you are looking for a hint of, if you're looking for a career. So any queries, any questions you have now? Yes, Upasna. Upasna, he told me that you are looking for some student or something. So what exactly you are looking for? Deepti Moy told me today.
Sir, I'm going to provide a training for a preschool.
Okay. What in Vedic maths you are looking for?
So I'm also a degree student, economics grad.
Okay, that's great. Chalo, I'll discuss with him also. Right. So any question now you have, or should I ask everyone one question if you are there to answer? Then I'll explain you one thing. Yes, everyone is ready. Maths. So
Yes,
how much time you need to write? A table of 89. How much time? Yes, Nino, Upasna. You're an economic student, Upasna, so maths you have already done. So how much time you need to write the table of 89? Yes, Bindu? Sanjay?
A lot of time is required.
How much? Lot does not define. I want a particular. See, we all are living in a scientific era, internet era. So what time? 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, or even more than that. No issues, all of you. So even I have a class after this. So let me tell you, 10 seconds. With Vedic maths, you can write down this in 10 seconds, and every table you can write down. So that is how powerful it is. So this Ask Me show of I think 71 or 72 episode. In that has been explained in detail. So you can have it from there. YouTube, if my YouTube is Dr. Yogesh Chandna, so this recording would be available there, and you can check with the last. But this is how powerful it is. So if you don't have any questions, then good night. And if you have any questions, I'll take it.
So how can I join your course if I want to?
Anjali bol rahe hain.
Yes,
Anjali,
sir.
see, I don't say that you should join the course directly. I never recommend. I always say go stepwise. Why? I'll tell you the reason behind this. See, step one is ask your doubts, ask your queries, ask your questions, and this was the platform from where you can ask. Whatever is coming in your mind, first you should clear it. Second, now what happens? You start with some journey, you start with some education, and later you realize, no, it is not meant for me. Then what will happen? You lose your money also, lose your time also. Got it? Don't get attracted, fascinated with the money itself. Yes. See, if you check with Google Analytics, Facebook, so Vedic maths is the most popular word today, most popular and most paying subject today. Why? The answer is very much clear. In India, it has been made compulsory. Every street has one school, and every school has 400, 500 to 4,000 students, and we don't have trainers. I'm just talking about India right now with you. If you see my profile, I have taken 70 live sessions in different schools, colleges, universities of Nepal also. Kathmandu University, Tribhuvan University, Chitwan, Sainik Vidyalaya. So even they have implemented Vedic maths. Only 2 countries I'm just talking right now. So think how much it is required. We Indians are spread across the world, across the globe. I've trained as teacher in Australia. I have trained in Germany. I have trained in Scotland. Scotland, I have a franchisee. Nigeria, I have a franchisee. Now, but how do I proceed? So first step is today, Tuesday and Thursday. Ask your doubts, queries, questions. Second step is a simple 2 days workshop, 199 only. Because that is a time you will realize, you will understand, is it worth for me, or am I the right person to do this? Because sometimes it happens. You get attracted, you get fascinated, and later you feel, no, I should have not done it. So I don't want you to waste your money or your time and later repent. So do step 1 today. Then Saturday, Sunday, step 2. If you feel, yes, it is perfect, then step 3 is teacher training module. It takes 3 months. One batch is starting on 8th. Night 9 to 11 p.m. That would be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 3 days a week. It will take 3 months to 2 hours. Right? But since it involves 3 months, it involves payment also. So that is the reason I say go step by step. Right. I'm sharing my WhatsApp number here. You can WhatsApp me. I'll be sharing you all the details which you need. But this is how you should approach, not for only for Vedic maths. Anything you do in your life, the first thing is clear your doubts, questions, query. Ask whatever you can ask. Right. So I have shared my number. Okay. I'll share with everyone. And then you can move ahead with positivity and with confidence. That is required. Yes, Upasna. Bindu, any questions you have? No, not worries at all. If you still have some questions, Thursday again we'll have this 9 to 10. You can ask that time also, right? So you have 2 days when you can ask your doubts. Bindu, it is 15,000 for 3 months, in which you get one set of books also free. And let me tell you, I'm the most viewed writer in the world for this subject. Check with Quora. Most viewed writer in the world on subject Vedic maths. And my books have been nationally awarded. Right. And I think you told, no, somebody told, okay. Bindu, you are from which place? Okay. So any more questions? Any more questions?
No, sir.
Chalo. Thank you very much and good night. Bye-bye. I've shared my number. If anyone has any questions, they can ask me. Okay.